Welcome to Joe's Disc Golf Preview Show, where I'm going to take a look at Waco 2021 and see what this is all about. See what's going to happen here. Going to pull out my crystal ball, look into the future, and see and make some predictions about Waco 2021. My first prediction, we're going to play the whole tournament this year. Calling it now. We're going to play the whole tournament. First prediction in the bag, all done. But before I get into everything that's happening here at Waco 2021, let's jump in our little time machine and head back. We're going to go all the way back to 2019. So let's start with this blast from the past. We're going all the way back to 2019. And why Waco 2019? Well, two reasons, really. Reason number one, that was the last time this tournament was played in its entirety. I don't want to get ahead of myself because we are going to make a pit stop at 2020 Waco. However, spoiler alert, they only played 2 of the 3 rounds. So let's jump back all the way to 2019. Reason number 2, Paul McBeth shot his infamous 18 down at round 2 of Waco. The absolutely legendary craziness that was the 18 down. Yes, he did get 1 par, but he also got 1 eagle, which totally impressive, ridiculous, amazing. Let's check out that clip. That was fantastic. Just look at how happy he was. Got the Michael Jordan tongue and everything hanging out right there. So excited to do that, and he goes on to best Ricky Wysocki and win the tournament. For 2019 Waco, Paul McBeth, number 1. Ricky Wysocki, number 2. And we have a tie for 3rd place between Seppo Pajo? I believe he's Finnish. Did a fantastic job. Jumped 25 spots in round 2 to go and, do a pretty bang-up job there. And Alex Russell, good job, gentlemen, making it all the way up to the 3rd spot. On the FPO side, in 2019, it was Katrina Allen and Paige Shue that had a fight to the death, battling each other, seeing who could best who, going hand-to-hand in combat on the disc golf course. Both of them shooting a 3 down on day 1. Both of them shooting a 4 down on day 2. That leaves them tied at 7 under par. However, Katrina Allen just ran away with it. She said, all right, enough of this. Paige, goodbye. I'm going to leave you. Eat my dust. Probably not. She seems like a really nice lady. All of those pros seem like really nice people. However, at the end of the day, it was Katrina Allen taking home the first place trophy at 12 down. Paige Shue hung on to shoot even on the day, leaving her at a 7 down. Paige Pierce was 3rd, shooting 1 down. And last, but certainly not least, Sarah Hokom taking home the 4th place spot at a 3 over par. Fantastic job, ladies. Very exciting finishes to both. If you want more excitement, go back to 2018, where you had Paige Pierce and Katrina Allen battling it out for an epic showdown. That takes care of the men's and women's for 2019. Moving on to 2020, there are 2 major stories of Waco 2020. The first one, what we all thought was going to be the biggest story. Brodie Smith goes pro, goes to his technically 2nd tournament as a pro. Fun little fact about Brodie Smith, he played in the WCGS's Huntington Beach 2020 Winter 6-Week Series. So, technically Waco was number 2, but it was his first pro tour, his major, his national tour. He was able to get into that because he's Brodie freaking Smith. We thought that was going to be the excitement for the weekend, but boy, were we wrong. Not a few days later from that news that Brodie Smith was going to be there, not 2 days after the start, the tournament was shut down. We only played 2 rounds because of the coronavirus, the pandemic, sweeping the world. Everybody just couldn't get enough of it. We just loved our time with the coronavirus. Not really. We all hated it. We still absolutely hate it. Hopefully everybody's staying healthy and safe. Back to the preview. back to the past. We're not back to the future. That's copyrighted. That's trademarked. We're back to the past. We're still in 2020. So we only played 2 of our 3 rounds, kind of messing with things because there is strategy that goes into these multi-day rounds where you're trying to obviously play your best, but you don't want to stress things out too much. You're not going to take some unnecessary chances. So what if you're a stroke or 2 behind after day 2? That's not a big deal. That can change in an instant. However, it changed in an instant, not having day 3. So the way this one turned out is we had Paul McBeth starting out with a commanding lead on the tournament, but that wasn't enough. Colton Montgomery had an excellent second round, propelling him all the way from a 7-way tie at 5th to first place. His score, by the way, was a -20 through 2 rounds. Paul McBeth finished 2nd place. He had an 18 down. Cale Leiviska, 3rd at a -16. And James Conrad rounds out our foursome here at a 15 under par. All very respectable, especially considering it was only 2 rounds. Yes, Paul McBeth shot an 18 down over 2 rounds when just the year before he shot 18 down in 1 day. Lightning could not strike twice this year. On the FPO side, Evelina Salonen shot 2 fantastic, consistent rounds, shooting 2 down on both days, giving her first place with a 4 under par. Second was Hannah Blomroos. Blomroos. I am sorry, Hannah. I apologize that I cannot say your name. I am terrible with words, and yet I host a podcast. That is what happens. She shot a 1 over par and a 1 under par, leaving her even. Sarah Hokom took 3rd place with a 5 over par, and Katrina Allen was the other 3rd place finisher in that tie for Waco 2020. So what can we expect from Waco 2021? Well, I predict, as I did at the beginning of this video and at the beginning of this podcast preview, that we will finish all 3 rounds. I know, craziness. But we're also in for a wild ride. I mean, look at what's happened over the last 3 years. The Paige Pierce and Katrina Allen showdown, Paul McBeth shooting 18 down, Brody Smith joining, and the tournament being canceled and Pro Tour being suspended up until late May, early June. I forget exactly when it came back, but I digress. So we're in for excitement. Who knows what's going to happen? Is Ezra Adderhold going to shoot 18 down? Is he just going to tear it up and just destroy everyone on this course? I'm thinking no. That's my prediction here. Yes, he has a cannon, and he is a very good disc golfer. He is very, very good at disc golf. But I think the woods are going to trip him up here because remember, Waco is half in the open, bomber holes, half in the woods, technical course. So my prediction here, who's going to bring home the W? Who's going to bring home the bacon? Who is going to win the MPO side? I predict James Conrad. Excellent control. He's got great distance. He's still learning his discs, but I think this is going to be the breakout moment that he's looking for MVP. The company, MVP, he could also be the tournament MVP too by winning. I think he is going to pull it out on this one. I think he's going to do a great job there. On the FPO side, Ohn Scoggins, I believe that her control is going to help her in the woods. Yes, Paige Pierce on average just bombs it, but I think Ohn is going to just come out surprised. I think she's going to do well enough on the open holes on the front 9. I believe it's the front 9. Maybe it's the back 9. Either way, I digress. On the open holes, I believe she's going to do well enough. And I think she's going to take off in the wooded holes. Who knows? Bold prediction? I know. Not what you'd think. You'd think, hey, Katrina Allen or Paige Pierce, maybe Paige Shue. No, I'm going with Ohn. I have faith that she's going to do this. I think she's going to do well here. So where can you find this coverage? Well, if you have a Disc Golf Network membership, you can watch all 3 days live there. Although they will be live streaming for free Sunday, the final round. Coverage starts 1:30 Eastern Time. That'll be on YouTube. That'll be free. That'll be lead card, whoever's on the lead card for the last day. Those other 2 days, also lead card / feature card for the first day because there's no technical, real lead card because, it's the first day. We haven't done anything yet. And if you're not interested in buying a subscription to there, you can also get your usual post coverage. We've got Jomez and Gatekeeper on the MPO side. Jomez will be taking the lead card. Gatekeeper will be taking the chase card. And on the FPO side, we've got GK Pro. They will have lead card coverage. This will all be post-produced. Jomez, Gatekeeper, and GK will all have videos out the day after the tournament is played. So who will Jomez and Disc Golf Network feature Friday, March 12th on their feature card? Well, it will be Paul McBeth, Eagle McMahon, Brian Earhart, and Cale Leiviska. Fantastic disc golfers. It's going to be exciting. Eagle coming off that big win at the last pro stop at Las Vegas. He bet it all and he won. On Gatekeeper's side, Gatekeeper Media will have the chase card for MPO. They will have Matt Orum, Calvin Heimburg, Thomas Gilbert, and Emerson Keith. Also fantastic disc golfers. GK Pro will have the FPO side, which will have Sarah Hokom, Lydia Lions, Hailey King, and Rebecca Cox. Again, fantastic ladies. Good job, disc golfers out there. If you want to watch all this live, again, starting Friday, March 12th at 1:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you will have your live coverage. Again, post-produced stuff comes out the day after. Thank you for watching. You guys have been awesome. I've been Joe. You've been awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. Rate, review if you're listening to the podcast. I thank all of you. You guys are doing a fantastic job out there. Hope you like what I'm doing. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything you'd like to see, anything you might think needs changing. I'm open to suggestions, positive comments, please, constructive criticisms, please. Let's not let this devolve into name-calling and just, mudslinging. That's just not fun for anybody. Thank you all for watching. You guys have been great. Have a great day. Can't wait to see what happens at Waco 2021.